Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay! Are you ready? Today! I'll make her sound like Cartman from South Park. Ugh. What's cracking, peeps? It's Jax here, and full disclosure, okay? I have listened to the theories, I've watched one playthrough of this game, and it gave me a nightmare. Like, genuinely, I could not sleep. However, this is such an interesting game, I want to experience a different route. What I'm also going to try and do, because obviously I know certain things, for anyone that hasn't watched it, which would be very weird at this point, I'm going to try and decode some of the lore and stuff as and when we get through the game. Let's play this game. Let's do this thing. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe just only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Wait, no, did I say that? I don't know. That's mean, Jax. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple. So, wow. This dude's a douche. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to be. Whatever you say, Sayori. Whatever you say. Yeah! We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Jax, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Oh my god, I just woke up. I told you already, Sayori, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while I'm spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. See, she is extremely sweet. She is very sweet. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming it. What the hell's a NEET?
A young person who is no longer in the education system and who is not working or being trained for work. Look it up, you lazy.
In a few years, because you're not used to the real world. What's a NEET? NEET? Let me know. Comment. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Sure. I guess I'll have to promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much makes it... Oh my god, my throat! I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit at least, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. There's foreshadowing there. I'll say that every so often. That's some foreshadowing. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realise that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah! There is no way I'm going to your club. Literally no way. Me? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep, Sayori. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have this all planned out. I don't think she's just that stupid. Come on. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! Okay, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and up the stairs, a section of school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year activities and classes. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! What kind of weird-ass voice have I given to her? I told you, don't call me a new member. Yeah? I glance around the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. She's got an American accent because I've heard that song. I don't know how different these voices are going to be, but we'll play it by ear. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognise. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet the both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Jack. Wait, how do they know each other then? It's great to see you again, Jax. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Jax. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey! I made them! I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? I'll make her sound like Cartman from South Park. Ugh. Natsuki lifts the full tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica and I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Well done. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? And I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like it. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Oh, okay, he was referencing Sayori, I think. Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe! But not for you, you dummy! Alright, chill out, girl. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess, I don't know. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not it. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, to be honest with you, crazy Monica, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Her voice and Sayori's are extremely similar, and I apologise. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find just these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Jax, what kind of things do you like to read? Yeah. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. How stupid does that sound? I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror! Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Saori sidles, I hate that word, up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! That is just the Cartman face from like old school South Park. But man! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No? Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah! Let's do it! Plus, now we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Jax? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Savage! Oh, I thought the weird faces would drop. Saori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, Anna. Bye! And, oh, there it is. Oh my god, look at Monika's face. She is, like, genuinely distraught. I lose my train of thought. All four girls still back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Jax... You... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right, okay, I've decided to join them. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy for you! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just come for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Why have my accent changed? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Jax, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh my god, what is this? Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Jax, since we're already here, do you want to walk me home together? Walk me home together? Yeah, that's what she said, totally. Oh, that's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica, of course. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I'm going to save it here for the first episode. As I say, I'm playing the whole game through today, so I'm going to knock this out really quick. I know everyone's played this game already, but as I said, I want to experience it for myself and see the aspects of the game that I have not seen. So thank you guys again for watching. I hope you did enjoy this episode of... And I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, hit that like button for me. It really does help me out. And if you are new here, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and check out some of the other videos I've got going on. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'm out.